Since when? My sister was looking at me as if she was enjoying to see my sad face. She was telling me that she was getting married to my boyfriend. I'm sorry, but he really insisted. It's okay. I'm sorry, too. I decided to leave as soon as I could because I almost wanted to laugh. I didn't want to ruin her happiness, so I decided not to tell her anything. My name is Kanako and I'm 31 and a housewife. I have a husband who's a CEO. He's 2 years younger than me. He's a CEO, but not just at a small business. He's one of the CEO at a company that's most renowned in its industry. People call him the Prince. The two of us met 2 years ago in the most dramatic way. It started raining all of a sudden, and I didn't have an umbrella, so I waited under the roof right next by a small shop. That was when a tall man joined me to avoid the rain right next to me. He then walked away after handing me that extra umbrella. Life had been tough on me back then, and I must have looked terrible. After being treated so kindly by the handsome man, I was panicking a little. My life changed drastically starting at that point. I felt more positive about humanity, and I wasn't afraid of anything anymore. Let me tell you about something that happened before I ever met Masaki. I used to be in a relationship with someone whom I considered marrying. My sister Manaka and I were working at Shingo's company. It was more like Shingo and I were in a relationship, and Manaka ultimately started working there after failing so many interviews. For that reason, Manaka took her job for granted, and she wasn't working too hard.
Kanako, I can work OT for you.
It was unusual. Manaka almost never offered to take over my task. If only I had noticed that something strange was going on, maybe things would have turned out differently. Oh, thanks, but I can take care of my tasks.
You're going on time off starting tomorrow, right? You should go home early to get ready for your time off.
I planned on going on a trip with Shingo, my boyfriend back then, starting the following day. Manaka, you should go home early. I'm going on vacation starting tomorrow, so I wanted to take care of all my tasks on my own. Our parents always used to spoil Manaka, and she wouldn't get it unless if I made things clear with her, and that's why I decided to be clear with what I wanted to say.
It's okay, I got you. I'll take care of this, so please go home.
However, she insisted that I leave work, and I ended up doing as she said. My boyfriend and I planned on working OT together that day so we could be on our way for a trip as soon as we were done with work. It would have worked out anyways because we both had things that we wanted to take care of before the trip. But since my sister was trying to be nice to me, I thought I should just take her kindness as is. Besides, as her sister, I was happy to see that Manaka was trying to work hard. I decided to wait for Shingo at a cafe. I texted him to let him know what was going on. Shingo seemed to be surprised with this too.
I was surprised to see Manaka there, because I thought you would have been here. You keep asking me out, too.
I felt something strange about how Shingo seemed to not know what to do about the situation, so I replied, "What do you mean she keeps asking you out?"
Manaka keeps...
He stopped responding to me after that. He should get here in about 2 hours, so I guess I could ask him then. I started playing a cell phone game just to kill time. The next moment, I realized that my phone was dying. When I checked what time it was, I realized I had been sitting there for almost 3 hours already. I checked to see if he called, but he didn't. When I thought about texting him again, he showed up at the cafe. You're finally off. That took you a while. Did you get to finish everything?
Yeah, I did.
Did Manaka already leave?
I think she left first.
I tried to ask him about what he meant by how Manaka was asking him out, but Shingo rushed to insist that we should just get going, so I decided not to ask yet. The trip was a 3-day trip. I had a feeling that Shingo planned on proposing to me during this trip. We were in a relationship for 5 years. We've been open with each other about everything, and we spent a long time together. Shingo used to tell me that he wanted to get married soon too. However, Shingo didn't seem like he was paying much attention to me during that trip. He looked like he was always texting with someone on his phone the entire time. Are you talking to your colleague?
Yeah, it's about work.
I had a feeling that Shingo was lying to me. Shingo was ultimately on his phone the entire trip. He never proposed to me either. Things started to turn the other way when Manaka insisted that she work OT for me. I hope I'm wrong, but I wonder if Manaka had something to do with this? We came back from our trip while I wasn't able to figure anything else out, and we were back in our daily lives. Manaka, thanks for working OT for me the other day. Here's a souvenir for you. I brought a souvenir plus a little extra something for Manaka, just as a token of appreciation for taking care of my task for me the other day. I gave her a perfume that was a popular souvenir from where I went.
Thank you, but I already have the same perfume that someone else gave me. I guess it's okay because there's a different word on it.
As she said that, she showed me another bottle of perfume that said love.
Shingo gave it to me earlier.
When I looked at Manaka, I was caught with surprise. She looked at me as she slightly smiled and slightly sorry. I started to have a bad feeling about it with the way she looked at me. Oh, you're right, but I'm sure it smells different, so you should just use both. I went home as I felt weirdly tired that evening. My head, my shoulders, my hips, and my legs were all feeling heavy. I was tired. The heaviest part of my body was my heart. I had an idea what was going on between Shingo and Manaka. Shingo started to act weird after that night before the trip. The only two people working OT that day were Shingo and Manaka. I decided to look back at the text messages from that night. Shingo replied to me, saying that he was surprised that Manaka was working OT in place of me and that she kept asking him out. I planned on asking him about it later, but I forgot to do so. I decided to reach out to Shingo to see if he'd tell me anything. Hey, can you tell me what you meant when you said that Manaka keeps asking you out?
I'll talk to you tomorrow, so I'm hanging up for today.
That voice was Manaka! I could easily recognize my sister's voice, especially since I've spent the majority of my life with her. At that point, I knew what was going on.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist her that night.
According to Shingo, Manaka had always been hitting on him. She'd always been like that. She had always wanted the toy that my parents bought for me. She almost always seemed to compete with me about everything. She knew that Shingo was about to propose to me. And that's why she decided to make a huge move to get close to Shingo. Shingo ended up being trapped by her. He was like prey who couldn't get off of a spider web. He couldn't resist her at that point. I decided to break up with him. I was right about the fact that he planned on proposing to me soon, but if he's the type of guy who would end up giving into another woman like that, I knew I wouldn't ever be happy with him. I was sad on my way back home, but I also felt extremely scared about Manaka's presence. Manaka texted me a little while after that.
I'm so sorry that this happened. I never meant to hurt you, but he said he couldn't leave me alone, and that's why. Shingo says he wants to apologize to you too.
It's fine. I broke up with him because I can't trust a man who would cheat on me before getting married to me. I replied that way because I wanted to keep the facts straight. She then responded with a very long reply. To summarize what she had to say, Manaka decided to work for this company because she wanted to marry Shingo and become the wife of a CEO. Manaka knew she was pretty and had thought that Shingo would break up with me to be with her quickly, but Shingo never approached her no matter how much she waited, and she always hated to see me with him.
That's why I decided to be with Shingo without hesitation. He's already madly in love with me.
Madly in love? This is disgusting. I decided to turn off my cell phone at that point in our conversation. Even if I continued to talk to her, we'd only start arguing. I had no choice but to continue focusing on my job, even though I was sad and lonely. That was when I met Masaki, the handsome man who handed me an extra umbrella on that rainy day. I felt like his sweet smile was saving my sinking heart. I went back to where I saw him that evening to see if I could return him the umbrella, and it wasn't hard to run into him again. I'm so glad I found you. I thought I'd see you again if I looked for you in this area.
Oh, you're that lady from the other night.
Thank you so much for lending me your umbrella that night. Would you let me treat you to dinner in return? I decided to ask him out for dinner just to return his kindness. I wasn't trying to hit on him or anything like that. I broke up with Shingo not too long ago. I just wanted to have a good time, and that was why I asked him out. But I guess this was where destiny was taking us. We continued to see each other, and Masaki ultimately proposed to me. He said he really appreciated the way I asked him out for dinner the second time we were seeing each other.
You said dinner and not necessarily a date, which made me feel comfortable to get to know you.
We got engaged and we met each other's parents and we booked our wedding venue. After a busy weekend getting ready for the wedding, I came to work on a Monday morning to find out that something was going on. Everyone seems to be excited. What's going on? What? Manaka and Shingo are getting married? I was surprised to find out about the timing.
Kaneko, we decided to get married. I'm sorry if it makes you feel like I stole him from you.
It's fine. Congratulations. I'm happy for the two of you.
We're getting married on June 1st. You'll be attending since you're my family, right? Well, I'll still invite you, even if you choose not to come.
It's fine. I know there were things that happened in the past, but I don't really care about the past. I hope it'll be a wonderful wedding.
Manaka and Shingo told us, but you and Shingo have been in a relationship for a long time, right? Is it true that Manaka stole him from you?
I was surprised to find out about the fact that Manaka and Shingo have been shamelessly going around telling people about these personal matters. It's true, Shingo was about to propose to me, but Manaka decided to steal him from me, but I don't care anymore. I swore to myself that I'd get revenge on the two of them.
Hey, Kaneko, I invited you to my wedding, and why did you choose to decline your attendance?
Right back at you, Manaka. Why do I have to attend a wedding of two people who betrayed me?
But you're already here. Oh, is it because you still have feelings for Shingo?
That's not true at all.
Oh boy, it's been a while since you broke up with him. I know Shingo is the CEO, and you're sad that you didn't get to marry such a rich man. You'll probably never have a chance to marry anyone, now that you missed your one and only chance. I guess you have no choice but to insist on getting him back.
I said that's not true.
But Shingo is my husband, and you can't have him.
I don't want him, especially when he's a cheater who has your finger scums all over him.
What?
Even if you return him to me, I'd return him back to you, so don't worry about this marriage. Bye now!
Hey, Kaneko, what makes you think you get to behave like that at my wedding? Don't you dare do anything at my wedding. You despise me.
What are you talking about?
You've been sitting next to Mr. Harai the whole time.
Oh, that's true. What's wrong with that?
Mr. Harai is the CEO of the parent company of Shingo's company.
I know that.
You're trying to marry someone who's richer than Shingo, but nice try. Mr. Harai got married last month. How desperate are you to hit on a man who got married just a month ago?
I'm not doing it out of desperation.
But you're going to be single for the rest of your life since you missed your chance. Do you dare hunt for men at my wedding?
I'm not hunting for men. I don't have the necessity to do so since I'm married now.
Stop lying. You're being pathetic.
Why don't you ask Shingo then? Shingo was the one who invited Mr. Harai and his wife. That's right. The man that Manaka has been talking about is Masaki. The two of us decided to get married a month before Manaka's wedding without telling anyone. Shingo had no idea that I was Masaki's new wife as he was sending the wedding invite. So Masaki told Shingo that he got married last month and that he wanted to attend their wedding with his wife. This was the revenge that I had planned for.
You and Mr. Harai? How did that happen?
Mr. Harai and I decided to keep our marriage a secret. I didn't want you and Shingo to find out. Our parents were taking your side, so I decided to disown them. If you guys weren't getting married today, I wasn't even going to tell you that I got married at all. Shingo thought that I was someone else with the same name when he saw my name on his guest list, so he was surprised to see me there. He invited all his other bosses to attend the wedding with their wives, so he had no choice but to reject my attendance as Masaki's wife.
That's not fair. Mr. Harai is known as the prince in the industry. He's super popular among girls and he's super handsome. He's the CEO of a large company that's not even comparable to Shingo's. I was envying whoever the lucky woman was when I heard that he got married, and I can't believe it was you out of all women. How dare you become happier than I am?
Manaka, let me remind you that today is the day you're getting married to Shingo. You should never say that if you're the bride.
Maybe he might fall for me if he's okay with a woman at your level since I'm so much prettier.
What?
That's right. Maybe it's not too late yet. I'm going to tell Shingo that I'd rather marry Mr. Harai.
I'm not sure what it is that she misunderstood, but she decided to cancel the wedding with Shingo on the day of and started hitting on Masaki. Needless to say, Masaki rejected her on the spot.
Why wouldn't Mr. Harai fall for me? This is strange. Shingo fell for me so easily. I know I'm a better woman than my sister.
Look, Shingo is a cheater who ended up falling for another woman when he was planning on proposing to his girlfriend. It's not normal.
But it's me. If I tell a man that I'm willing to marry him, any man would fall in love with me.
Don't you even realize it by now?
Realize what?
Realize who Mr. Harai is?
Who is Mr. Harai? Isn't he the CEO of Shingo's parent company?
I'm not talking about that. Well, I guess he's wearing contacts instead of glasses now, and his last name has changed too.
Huh? Are you telling me that he's someone I know?
Yep.
Just tell me who he is.
His last name used to be Iguchi. His name used to be Masaki Iguchi. He changed his last name to Harai because his relatives wanted a successor and decided to legally adopt him. And that's why his name is Masaki Harai now.
Iguchi? That nerdy guy with glasses?
That's right. You've harassed him during your entire high school years, looking down on him that he was a nerd. That's right. Masaki and Manaka happened to be high school classmates. Masaki used to be bullied by Manaka and her friends back then. I never knew you guys were classmates until I married him. I heard you've been quite mean to him back when you guys were in high school. He knows your true side, and there's no way he'd ever fall in love with you. I think he would have rejected you even before you tried to approach him.
Okay then, I guess I'll give up. But I hope you don't consider yourself the winner here. I'm going to marry a man who's a lot richer than Mr. Harai.
Well, you should look at the reality first. A few days later, Shingo and his parents decided to charge Manaka for the wedding that was canceled on the day of the wedding and also a settlement for putting off the engagement. She owed a total of $100,000.
Kanako, you have to help me out.
Why would I do that?
This all happened because of you, so you have to help me. I'll tell you where to deposit the money, so make sure you pay it.
You don't have remorse about anything, do you?
Why do I have to be remorseful about anything?
Shingo is charging you $100,000 to you and not to me. This means that you need to be responsible for what you've done. You betrayed your fiancé, and you'd be charged a settlement for doing that. This is common sense. You need to finally realize that you should behave like a grown adult.
That's not possible. A beautiful woman like me should be forgiven for doing anything I want.
Is that what you're going to tell your lawyer? Is that something you would tell the police? If this ends up going to a trial, is that what you're going to tell a judge? If you do something bad, you're supposed to apologize. But since you've done things that apologies won't undo, you'll have to pay settlement and compensation to express those apologies with money. That's the reason why you're being charged $100,000 right now. Mom and Dad won't be able to help you pay that much money. They've been saying that they can't really help you out of the situation.
And that's exactly why I'm asking for your help.
Don't you get it? I'm the wife of Mr. Harai, who hates you more than anyone else in this world. I'm a victim of what you've done after stealing my fiancé from me. I don't think I need to even tell you that I'd be willing to help you with anything.
Don't say that. I can't possibly pay $100,000.
Why don't you get a job then?
But I got fired from Shingo's company after I put my engagement off. Besides, I'm not meant to work.
You never worked when we used to work together, and that's all on you. No matter how much you lag realizing it for yourself, no one is willing to help you out. You have no choice but to find a job and make money to pay back your debt.
Are you telling me that I need to work? I was supposed to marry a rich man.
I don't think you can count on marrying a rich man after all that you've done. Just give up and find a job. There were a few things that happened between then and a few months later. Shingo somehow started stalking me. I saw him everywhere I went. Masaki ended up discovering this, and Shingo lost his position as the CEO. My father's been having a hard time at work after rumors had spread among his company regarding his daughter. He came to see if Masaki and I were willing to help him financially, so we refused without hesitation. He currently works at a low-wage job just to keep himself alive on a day-to-day basis. My sister got kicked out of my parents' house. She didn't know what to do with her life. She ended up letting her debt inflate and got a job that I can't really tell you about here. She texted me to brag about how her popularity lets her earn her income, but I pity her. As Masaki suggested, I decided to block her text without responding to her at all. That's the end of my story. I've been living happily with my husband Masaki. I'm having a baby soon too. I'm looking forward to building a happy family.